happened?
Well, I won't see this either.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This isn't going to be a normal e-biking video. Mandy and I went back to the UK for 3 weeks to dog sit my sister's dog Hetti. Hetti is a toy poodle. I know she looks like a puppy, but she's not. She's fully grown. My sister went to Canada to visit my niece, as she hadn't seen her for at least 2 years due to the global pandemic. So, whilst we're in the UK, Mandy and I thought we could visit some local historical places with Hetti. And also, whilst we're in the UK, we could visit family and friends. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Grain Tower is a mid-19th century gun tower situated offshore just east of Grain, Kent, standing in the mouth of the River Medway. It owed its existence to the need to protect the important docklands of Sheerness and Chatham from the perceived French naval threat during a period of tension in the 1850s. Rapid improvements to artillery technology in the mid-19th century meant that the tower was effectively obsolete as soon as it had been completed. A proposal to turn it into a casemated fort was dropped for being too expensive. By the end of the 19th century, the tower had gained new significance as a defence against raids by fast torpedo boats. It was used both in the First and the Second World Wars. It was decommissioned in 1956 and remains derelict today. The tower has been privately owned since 2005 and was reportedly sold to a new owner in 2014 for £400,000. Did you know we have the only visible World War I German U-boat in the UK? In the River Medway, Kent. So off we went to find it. Searching the area for 15 to 20 minutes by drone, we eventually found it. It's the wreck of the WW1 At the end of World War I, at least 100 of Germany's U-boats, submarines, captains surrendered their vessels to the Allied forces. They were taken to several places in the UK to be scrapped. It's believed that this particular one had already had its engines and conning tower removed at hailing. It was quite common for submarine engines to be used for industrial factory uses in those days. In 1921, it was being towed towards the Thames Estuary when its tow ropes broke and it drifted into the Humblebee Creek, where it's been sitting for nearly 100 years. Originally there was confusion and experts weren't sure if it was either the U-122, the U-123 or the UB-122, but following an investigation, experts are now confident they can discount the first 2 as they were mine layers and would have been larger in size. She carried up to 3 officers, 31 crew members, 10 torpedoes and a 3.46 inch deck gun. While surfaced, she could travel at 13.9 knots and submerged dropped down to 7.6 knots. At this point, panic stations, drone battery low, auto return home kicked in. I quickly exited auto return home as I knew the drone would make it back to where I was flying from. I started looking around for solid ground as below was marsh. I located an area where I hoped it could reach. At this point, the drone has started a false landing after reaching 10% battery. I can still control the drone left and right, but I can't gain altitude. out there is where my drone had a false landing. The battery depleted, so it had to land, and then I had to go and get it. Long story short, when it came down, the tide was out. I went out to try and find it, couldn't find it, so abandoned the search, came back, went home, and then I looked at the footage and realised that I was like 10 feet away from the drone. So we came back after high tide, because by that time it's high tide, came back to rescue the drone. I went out there again into the marshland there, and couldn't find the drone. But today, because I didn't film none of it, it's really like a reenactment, just to show you the path I had to go along to actually retrieve the drone. I thought it might be an interesting video for you. So just walk down to where the path starts, and I'm going to probably wait about another half hour before I actually try and get out there. So keep watching. As you can see in front of us, to the left, between the two boats, that's roughly where the drone was. And to actually get out there, I had to walk along the path, which is now underneath this floodwater. I may be able to find a different way, I'm not sure, but I'm not going to know until the tide goes out. So I'm going to probably have to wait an hour or two to see how it goes. It could be just too muddy now. The tide has come up at least another metre from what it was the other day. I believe it was at full tide the other day, it was 5.1 metres, and today it's over 6 metres, so it's up a lot higher today. So I really do not know whether I can make it out to where the actual drone was, but keep watching and we'll find out.
2 hours later.
The tide has now gone out, and I'm going to turn the camera around. You can see the difference in you know, just a few hours gone by. And you can see all the creek now in the marsh, and now I'm going to try and make my way to where I was the other day, but I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. I think it's just going to be too wet. The tide most certainly didn't come as high as it has today last time, so we'll see how we get on. Okay, myself and Denise are walking back to where we start walking across the marsh the other day. Whether we can get out there, because as I said just a minute ago, the tide really come in high this time. It's 6 metres high. The other day, I'm sure it was just over 5, wasn't it?
Yeah, 5.1.
Yeah, so I think it's just going to be too muddy to get out there, but we'll give it a go. If you never see us again, you know what happened.
Well, I won't see this either.
Oh yeah. So someone might post it, what do they call it? You know, like when you're dead. You know. Anyway, I'll put it under there. Yeah. That's it. Must be gone. That was all done for effect. I've now got a broken ankle.
Oh God.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll see how we get on in a minute.
Wow, I can't believe this is wet.
They can't walk through that. Plus,
But look at that puddle.
Yes, what I'm saying. So if we come round that way.
Go back that way.
Yeah, see if we can get through there. So.
Got to be careful you don't slip either.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to walk up there?
You probably what's fine if you wait a couple more hours. It'll get even. All that'll drain out probably more.
because it's over there where I started walking. I'll carry along here. Oh, my ankle's starting to play me up a bit, but I think we'll be alright. You alright there, Denise?
Yeah. Oh shit. I'm stuck. Oh, I've made a hole in my dress.
Made a hole in your dress?
Yeah.
I do. We'll get you caught.
Got caught on a bit of metal.
That's not bloody good, is it?
Oh, it don't matter. That's going to be really wet.
It's wet, but it's quite solid as well. Yes. I'm surprised how solid the ground is, to be honest. Considering not long ago this was all underwater. Ain't it really? Quite solid, isn't it?
Yeah.
I really didn't think we'd even get out this far. And you can see, if you look, the sort of paths people have made walking along here.
No, just you.
It might have just been me. No, there was a path before I got here, I'm sure there was the other day. But I would think this looks different every time the tide goes in and out.
Yeah, there's a lot more of this
Like seaweed stuff, innit?
seaweed stuff, yeah.
So now we walk back towards the white boat. You alright?
Yep.
I must admit that smells, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's very sludgy.
Yeah. It's unbelievable to think this was all underwater.
But I think
Well, I wonder if that's my I wonder if that's my plank of wood.
I think that the top of this wasn't underwater.
No, the very top wasn't. I come to I was going to paint my boat. I lost my bristles. But most of it was, wasn't it?
What? Underwater?
Yeah. Right. We'll come across here. I'm going to stick the camera up a minute so you can see where we are. We're sort of...
Did we go
Just turn
this
it
way
round.
before?
Just turn that camera around like that. You can see we're quite a way out.
It's a milk.
Yeah, well, it's empty milk carton. That's no good to us, is it?
Oh,
Yeah, sure it's
this way.
that way, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it's that way.
Oh yeah, this way. Oh.
You right there?
Yeah.
Just over towards here. Across here, wasn't it? Down here.
Yeah.
Along here. Don't look like my bridge is there anymore. This is the worst bit coming across here. I'm going to change hands with the camera. I don't know if Denise is going to come any further.
No.
Probably not. Go down here, see if I can see my bridge. I've got some footage of me on the bridge, which Denise took the other day. So I will add that to it. This is really, yeah, this is quite slimy. Yeah, really marshy. Right, so this is probably as far as I'm going to get now. Just there in front of us, I had a plank of wood going across to get to that side of the creek.
Is it deep? Oh God. Test it with the stick how deep it is. Oh, do you want to wait? Dad, it's so bouncy. Oh. Just to let you know, I won't be coming over.
Here you can see the path I had to take for my temporary bridge, the plank of wood. It had moved when the tide came in, but only by a few feet. The location looked so different from when I was here earlier. At this stage the tide was still going out. The ground was quite slushy. It was about 7:15 and sunset was at 9:15 PM. My son-in-law Ian was also trying to find my drone using his. Up and down the edge several times, moving seaweed out of the way, but had no luck finding the drone. Then my phone started to ring. It was Ian saying he had found it. He directed me to it by saying left a bit, right a bit. At this point I thought I was on Bob Monkhouse's golden shot. Then he said it's right in front of you. I could see it hiding behind the reed. It was about 3 foot out and about 2 foot underwater. I tried reaching it, but my foot just sunk in the mud. I had no choice but to wait until the tide receded out further.
2 hours later.
It's not moved again, has it?
Eventually.
He found it! In one piece, but whether it works is another story, but we'll figure that one out. Time will tell. He needs to dry it out and everything before he even thinks about turning it on. But now he's going to walk this plank. He's walked over it okay. There's no water underneath it now, where before it was, oh, a tiny little bit.
Oh, I would sink.
Yeah, yeah. So please don't do that. It's very...
Want me to do a little dance or not? In the middle?
No, just get over, please.
If you want to see me do a little dance, subscribe to my channel.
I've got to give you a plug.
Nervous, isn't it?
Slow and cautious is the best way. That's it. You're going to put that bit of wood back. You're going to put that bit of wood back.
Left the other two bits out here. Away in the estuary.
Right, so he's just...
The other two bits of wood in the estuary, will they?
No.
Someone else might use it later on.
Yeah, well, when they...
Lose their drone.
Yeah.
This is the trickiest bit here. Now I'm on dry land.
Ta-da!
Oh.
Go subscribe to his channel.
Please. I need to subscribe this so I can buy a new drone. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully next time I'll be on e-bike and not getting muddy. So adios amigos.
Adios!
Adios. Catch you on the next one.
Four to 6 weeks later.
Just leaving sector A towards the pig farm. I've taken a little ride out to a remote location. I can see it from here, but you won't. To test the drone. Now let's see how we get on, shall we? It's been at least 5 weeks since the drone took a drink in the Medway River. It's been fully cleaned, circuit boards taken out, cleaned with ISO Clean, which is an electrical cleaner. As you see the photos as well, it was dried in rice. So we see if it goes. Here goes. Yay! Okay, I'm going to get under the shade for the moment. I can see what I'm doing, and we'll give her a little fly around, shall we? Take her around, fly over this abandoned building. There are some electrical cables up there. I don't know if you could see them. I'm going to take her up, fly her around. She's in cine mode at the moment. Bring her down, bring her across, bring her back round. Yeah, back towards the building. Nice and slowly. Back towards me and the bike. Well, I stopped it there. I'll show the pylon. That's the pylon and the wires I've got to avoid. I should be okay, there's no water about. Right. I'm at 70 feet. Turn it round. Fly back over this building. And as you can see, it's flying really well. No problems. I'll do a screen record as well. Doing a screen record. You can see all the sensors. There's no messages. Absolutely nothing. No warnings. I'll come back down again. Bring the gimbal back up. Look at that. Yeah, lovely. Working really well. Okay, fly back towards me in the bike. Bring it round. Straight forward. Nice and gently does it. Avoiding the tree in front of me. Ooh. Over the bike. And around. Bring it back towards me. Right down. And fly it back round towards me. Back round there. As you can see, flying really well. Now I'm going to put it in normal mode. It's been in city mode. So switch it over. You see it's now in normal mode. We'll take it up. It will fly faster now. Let's fly it into the distance briefly. It's whoa, there we go. So no signal problems. Absolutely nothing. Battery's out 52%. Right, I'll bring it back to me again. We'll fly backwards this time. Bring it over here. There's nothing behind us. And we'll put it in sports mode. And we'll do a flyback. You can see, no problems whatsoever. They do that when you're flying in sports mode. When you stop, all of a sudden the gimbal will jerk. That's all Mini-2s do that. Bring it back towards me. Full speed. Bring it down. And brake on. There you go. Oh, something's sticking in my leg. Ouch. So, let's take some photos. So, put it back over. I'm still shooting. So, put it over to camera mode and take some photos. There you go. There's one. Take it up a bit above me. Bring it down to there. There's a fly on my screen on my iPad. I won't take a picture of that. Oh, it just flew away. Bring it down again. I say, I love the way it flies in city mode. It just really slow. Take another picture. A bit of wind coming up there. Let you see the drone handled it well. And there's another picture there. That picture of the bike.